these amazing vehicles we learned about yesterday with Peter and how they work and how they're custom engineered, it's clear to me that there's a great analogy and a great lesson we can learn from this race culture. And that is, these vehicles, in order to do what they want to do, is a lot like the NuSkin opportunity, right? The opportunity to propel you to where you want to win. And as I think about it, there are really three things that it takes for this car to be successful in the race. So one, first of all, it takes a really talented and skilled and courageous driver to be able to go out there and seize the day and take the opportunity. But in order to help that driver do this, there's two other things that are critical in order for them to be successful, to go where they need to go. And this video is really a great example. So think of you, that's you in the car, right? That's the NuSkin opportunity. First of all, what you need is advanced, high-performance, high-octane fuel for that vehicle. And that is really what the innovative products at NuSkin are. And in order to focus and concentrate that tremendous potential energy of that fuel, we need a mechanism to translate that potential energy into motion. Right, Chris?
Yeah, that's a great analogy, Kevin. And in fact, the products really are the fuel, and the business model is the engine. And the car, as you mentioned, is the opportunity platform that we talked about yesterday, that is offering opportunity for all. And we might ask, how is the business model the engine? Well, the business model provides the right reward for the right business activity at the right time. Whether that's attracting customers or selling products, or whether it's building a sales team and then leading teams of builders. That's what the engine means to me.
It works.
And in 2018, we also talked about some of the amazing accomplishments that we didn't do. You guys did, right? We expanded the opportunity and we increased the number of commission earners by 54%. Do you know how many more lives are joining NuSkin to make a little bit more money with that accomplishment? Give a round of applause to all of you. The second one, of course, is as we talked about velocity and launching velocity in 2018, is the number of great sales leaders that we are bringing into NuSkin. And this is really the stepping point for somebody to become a leader. Great, or achieving 8 blocks as brand representatives is really, really an important milestone before they become a leader. And as great sales leaders, they earn 4 times more in commissions compared to their brand representatives that are doing 2 blocks. 4 blocks rather. So this is a key focal point for optimizing velocity in 2019. And one of our goals to double both the commission earners and our drive to increase the number of great sales leaders.
Right. And third, NuSkin has been recognized as a beauty device system leader for many years, both from our innovation standpoint, a number of awards for our innovations, patents that have resulted from our work, and now, thanks to all of you, NuSkin being recognized as the #1 at-home beauty device system brand in 2017.
Yes.
Now, those are some amazing achievements, but let's not stop there. Let's not stop there. Chris?
Right, Jenny. So, really, now is the time to move to our next gear. And we believe that by working together as partners in this opportunity, we can achieve these 3 important milestones in 2019. Again, those 3 important milestones are doubling the number of beauty device customers, doubling the number of commission earners, and then doubling the number of great leaders, or leaders who achieve 8 blocks on a monthly basis within our teams. And the great thing about this is, when we double in these 3 areas and achieve this Drive to 5 goal, we'll be able to double the amount of commissions that we pay from a little over $1 billion last year to a little over $2 billion when we meet this goal. Do you believe that we can do this?
Yes.
Are you committed?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I think that puts some pressure on us to continue innovating, right?
Absolutely,
Kevin,
yes, Jenny.
share more.
Yeah, so as Ryan alluded to, I actually had a tremendous opportunity a few weeks ago to represent NuSkin at an incredible innovation summit called the World Summit for Innovation and Entrepreneurship in New York City. So they contacted us. This is an invitation-only event, and based on some of the things they'd seen us do, some of the awards that we've won for beauty devices over the last several years, they wanted me to come and present and share how it is that NuSkin is able to continuously innovate and deliver sustained innovation, not just over years, but over decades. And it was a cool experience. I mean, I literally had dinner. I was sitting between a Grammy winner, his name is Ricky Kedge. He does music, world music, to support sustainability and green efforts worldwide, including through the UN. And on the other side was the Honorable Tenzin Priyadarshi, who's the president of the Center for Ethics at MIT, the Dalai Lama Center for Ethics at MIT. So this was a tremendous group of people that were gathered together, all driven to create innovation, but not just for themselves or the companies that they represent or their organizations, but collectively to drive innovation forward, to serve humankind and to do good in the world. So it was an amazing opportunity. They wanted me to talk about the balance that we try to strike when we create new products at NuSkin. And that balance is important. I want you to remember this because we think about this a lot in the course of our innovation efforts. So first of all, we have science. That shouldn't surprise anybody. That's an important part of what we do. But we also have experience. We want to create experiences for customers that make it easy for you to share NuSkin's amazing innovative products. And then finally, it doesn't matter about the science, it doesn't matter about this experience if the products don't perform. So this triad, this product innovation triad of science, experience, and performance is really what I wanted to share with them. And it really resonated. Several of them came up and afterwards talked to me about what it meant for NuSkin and the results that we achieved. So just an amazing opportunity. But as I said, this is shouldn't be a surprise to you, to those of you that know what we do and why we do it. The reason why NuSkin's been able to sustain this type of innovation for decades, as I said, is because all of what we do begins with a core set of foundational values. The way we create products is part of who we are. And you can see these values articulated on the screen behind me. First of all, we have nature, science, and proven performance. That's pretty self-explanatory. This is all of the good, none of the bad. This is the fusion of nature and science together to create benefits and experiences in our products. This is the way our products come together. In addition to that, customer needs first, right? It is possible to create a really cool product that no one needs. And that's not what we want to do. It's kind of like creating the world's greatest mousetrap and then finding out later the village has a cockroach problem. It's not very good, and we can waste a lot of energy if we don't begin with customer needs first. Third, innovation with purpose. That also feels very close to home. All right? We innovate to create confidence today and optimism for tomorrow. We innovate so that we can be a force for good throughout the world. There's real purpose behind our innovation efforts. It's not for profits and it's not for sales. It is to make a difference in the world. Fourth, sustainability and stewardship. We've always been very concerned about caring for the resources that are ours and leaving the world better than we found it. But as you heard yesterday, we are recommitting, we're doubling down, we're creating an even deeper commitment than ever before to care for those resources and to do things in a different way, even if it's difficult, even if it's more costly, to enable us to leave the world better than we found it. And then finally, this continuous quest for better. We're never satisfied with good enough, because good enough just isn't. And as we continue to move forward, our innovation will focus on ways that we can take product performance and product science to the next level all the time, looking for that next and higher level. So one of the ways we talked about yesterday, and we're going to do this, is with controlled environmental agriculture. And by controlling the environment, we're able to ensure in the future that we can sustain the success guarantee forever and ever. As we look forward years into the future, we believe that it's going to become more and more difficult than it is today to make that guarantee. And we want to always be able to make that guarantee. So we're beginning now to nurture technologies that will over time enable us to ensure that we have pure, effective, sustainable ingredient sourcing in all the products that we create for you. This is important to us. And this idea of seed to solution, all the way from cradle to grave, making sure that all that we do, all the footprint that we make on the earth becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, as you learn, Groviv has one of these patented technologies to enable us to accomplish this, but it's only one of many technologies and partners that we will be leveraging in the future to make this vision a reality. And as Jill alluded to yesterday a little bit, this is a vision that will take many years to accomplish, and yet we have a little bit of something for you in the near future. So, for those of you that do come to Live this fall, you will be able to purchase the first of the products that feature ingredients sourced in this manner. How does that sound? Woo-hoo! Yeah, so who's coming to Live? Everybody coming to Live? All right, I hope so. I hope so. Finally, on the innovation front, it's obvious to everyone in this room that technology and products are coming together. It's very rare for us to consume or buy any product that doesn't have some kind of technological component or element that enhances its performance and its benefits. And I believe that in the future there won't be products that don't have some sort of digital component, whether or not they're actually part of the product itself, or whether they, through our phones or apps or whatever, enhance the way the product performs or our ability to use the product. Technology is always going to be a part of every product that we sell and create. As we move into the future, I want to let you know that we're working on a few things. We're actually working on an upgraded version of the AgeLock Me app right now, which will go beyond AgeLock Me. It will include an improved skin assessment and additional digital tools that will enable you to provide guidance to your potential prospects about what products are right for them. And when you give them products that are right for them, they have a better experience, and their overall experience with NuSkin is improved. In addition to that, we're also innovating around a digital tool for TR90 that will enhance that product and enable us to get better results, fast results, more of the results you want for whatever it is, the transformation you're looking for your body. So, those are big picture vision things. Now, it is possible, that's not possible, it's likely that we've got a few things that are shorter term, more near term, for you to learn about, more specifics about products that are coming very soon. And to share those, I'm going to ask Jenny to come back up, and she's going to get into a little bit more detail.
Absolutely.
Here you go, Jenny.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Okay, so our goal as a product team at NuSkin is to help consumers to look, feel, and be their best at any age through our innovative health and beauty products. Our commitment to you as sales leaders is to ensure that we have the right level of product energy across both our beauty and our wellness portfolios. Now, a perfect example of our innovation engine is our smart skincare systems, or our beauty device platform. I'd like to take a moment just to talk a little bit more about this exciting achievement that we've had. Now, in the fastest growing personal care product category, there are many beauty device companies, or many companies, that are starting to roll out new beauty devices because it is a trend, it's a very fast growing category. Now, NuSkin has taken a very differentiated position in the marketplace around device systems. So this combines our powerful beauty devices together with powerful serums and solutions. And that helps you to be unique in the market, and has helped all of us to achieve the #1 brand in the last 2 years, endorsed by Euromonitor. We know that those third-party validations and endorsements are important for you as you're building a business, and so we're excited to have that, an amazing accomplishment. Now, we know that this is something that we can continue to do better, and we will continue to do this better than anyone else. No other brand offers such an innovative portfolio of beauty device systems: AgeLock Me, Galvanic Spa, Galvanic Body Spa, LumaSpa, and now LumaSpa Accent. In fact, LumaSpa was the fuel that we needed to give us that push to reach #1. Now, why does all this matter? This matters because NuSkin and your NuSkin business is perfectly positioned to meet the growing consumer demand and to double our market share. By 2020, consumers will have created a $54 billion market around beauty devices. Now, this $54 billion is professional services, salons, spas, they may do beauty device treatments, as well as at home. Now, where NuSkin shines and where many of you recognize this early with the galvanic spa, is this trend and this opportunity for you where consumers are seeking this innovation at home. Because consumers, what we see is they are seeking premium, powerful, accessible, and indulgent experiences when it comes to beauty. But unfortunately, we can't all go to the spa every day. We wouldn't get much done. And so this is why there's this trend where we want this in the comfort of our own home. And again, this is where this is your opportunity. In addition, it's interesting that 57% of at-home beauty devices are sold direct to consumer. And this is showing that consumers are choosing a more intimate shopping experience in beauty devices, and you're perfectly positioned to provide that to consumers.
Exactly.
Now, consumers are definitely seeking powerful results, and we provide beauty device solutions and consumable products that touch on these top global skin concerns. So from lines and wrinkles to concerns about sagging, hyperpigmentation, age spots and such. And now with recent as well as upcoming launches, we will capture 3 additional top skincare concerns: eye puffiness, acne, and moisturization. So can we talk for a moment about LumiSpa's thrilling launch? Over 2 million units sold in just 18 months, and we continue to be at a fast pace with LumiSpa, all the while with Galvanic continuing to be very strong. Now, back in 2013, I had the privilege to be involved with a small team, a small product team, which also included Dr. Dale Kern, who many of you know, who really was the key scientist behind developing the micromotion technology. And this is what started as the initial, what we call proof of concept around what would ultimately become LumiSpa. We spent a lot of time, there was scientific research done. We were traveling to Cambridge, for example, with one of our partners in the UK, doing research. Do you know that we tested 18 different topographies of the surface of LumiSpa to select that which was right for micromotion technology? So the research was very meticulous, and we also were starting to talk with consumers about the concept. And we were talking with our SAB members and getting input from them. And we knew we were onto something big. And we were right. Why? Because LumiSpa is a product that everyone needs, everyone can benefit from, and really anyone involved in NuSkin can enjoy it. Either enjoy it simply, share it, build with it, and lead with it. So as we developed LumiSpa in the early days, we were looking at how can we create more of a daily routine around beauty devices. And the thought was, well, everyone washes their face every day, right? Well, we would hope. Well, why not combine an incredible skin treatment every time you wash your face? And so you get this treatment as well as this deep cleansing and pore refining benefits every day. And in our early proof of concept research, we found that 100% of consumers who used LumiSpa saw or felt a difference after just one use. And now, we have worked to expand your reach with LumiSpa in 2 new benefit areas. You saw in the previous chart that these are 2 additional top skincare concerns of consumers. Now, with the launch of the acne treatment cleanser together with the gentle head for LumiSpa, you now have a segment of consumers who are very interested in receiving the benefits that this product provides. Dr. Helen Maggs was talking to me just last week and reminded me of our most recent clinical study on the acne treatment cleanser. In that study, participants saw a 70% reduction in acne blemishes in just 12 weeks.
Wow.
It is very effective.
Awesome.
And Dr. Maggs has been involved in a lot of acne acne-related research through her career, and she is very impressed with the results. Plus, you can reach new consumers who are concerned about the appearance of eye puffiness, bags, dark circles. LumiSpot Accent and Ideal Eyes deliver visibly brighter, firmer, smoother skin in just 60 seconds per eye. There is a huge opportunity out there, and I encourage all of you to seize this opportunity in both acne care and eye care, because consumers want what you have to offer. Now let me switch gears for just a moment. I want to share with you some of my favorite new products that are just coming or will be coming soon. So, has anyone tried the new Nutricentials? Yes, absolutely. So this line was updated and has some new formulations that are designed around the idea that our skin has a mind of its own. I know that sometimes my skin does have a mind of its own, but now what we can do is we can make it resilient to mood swings by leaning on what we call bioadaptive botanicals. Now these are botanicals that survive in the harshest environments, whether very dry, very hot, very wet. And what these ingredients help with is to help your skin adapt to environmental stressors, maybe late nights, pollution, UV rays. And what we're seeking is to have a great skin day every day. Now, I talked about expanding your reach. So Nutricentials is intended to expand your target to a younger, more price-conscious skincare consumer who may still be developing their skincare routine. At a recent retreat that we had in the United States with beauty editors, the Nutricentials line was one that really caught their attention for a couple of reasons. One is they felt it was very differentiated in the marketplace for products that they're seeing in this category. And secondly, they felt it was absolutely on trend with what millennial consumers are looking for. So this refresh line has now rolled out globally, and we look forward to even more surprise and delight with Nutricentials in 2020. Next, Mighty Minds is the first of a new line of products we've developed to provide nutrition for the next new skin generation. Yes, exciting. Now, Mighty Minds uses a soft chew format that supports children's brain health and cognitive development, aids in learning and memory development. So, and we've talked with a lot of parents and done a lot of research with consumers on this, and some key areas of concern are that these are provided without sugar, artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives. Wow. The soft chews really pack a powerful punch. So in addition to containing both EPA and DHA, Mighty Minds contains brain-supporting ingredients like choline and vitamin D. And this is a product that is kid-approved. My kids love this. In fact, we tested this format, if you remember it live, with Focus Chews and Vitamin D Chews. And those products are ones that my kids can't do without. In fact, my little daughter says, "Can I have two?" every time that I give it to her. TR90. How many of you here leverage TR90 as something that's very core and important to your business? I know many of you, right? Yes. So TR90 has been a global phenomenon for the past 5 years and is one of our global top sellers. In fact, TR90 is a product that often for many consumers is their first introduction to NuSkin. But we believe we can do more. So as we look at the marketplace and at consumer trends, we know that consumers, what they need, we can provide across a broader body transformation spectrum. So today we're pleased to announce that we're looking to expand body transformation into the fitness nutrition category beginning later this year. TR Go. TR Go helps us to expand this into a total body transformation. And we are looking forward to introducing 2 products this year. TR Go is an accessible fitness nutrition line that's designed to act synergistically as what we say fitness multipliers to assist health-conscious men and women who exercise regularly to achieve their health and fitness goals. So Dr. Mark Bartlett and the team of PharmNext scientists have been working hard to get this formula just right. Let me talk about these two. First of all, we have Pre-Workout Plus. This is a 2-in-1 product. It's 2 products brought together into one that's naturally flavored and sweetened with a blackberry lemonade drink mix. It helps to fuel your workout, reduce fatigue, increase energy output, build lean muscle, and support mental focus. Now you'll have a chance actually to sample this product tomorrow at breakfast. You received a TR Go cup in your gift bag, and so make sure to take that to breakfast. You can try this out. Note that flavors and formulations may vary slightly by market, but we'd love to know what you think. The second product from TR Go is Protein Recovery Plus. This also is 2 products brought together into one, and it's designed to be taken post-workout. It helps your body recover from workouts. First, it helps to repair muscle and helps with occasional muscle soreness. It also helps to support healthy joints and to boost immunity. You will have a chance to sample this product at breakfast on Thursday. Yes, so Pre-Workout Plus, breakfast tomorrow, and Protein Recovery Plus at breakfast on Thursday. Okay, so let me ask, do you know anyone who may benefit from the products that I've shared so far today? If so, raise your hand. Let's hear about it. Great. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here and join the group.
You know, can I just really quickly give a shout out to all of you? I mean, out of everything that Jenny talked about, there's amazing product fuel that's there. But think about this. It took 10 years to sell 2 million units of Galvanic Spa. How long did it take again for 2 million units of Luma Spa?
18 months!
18 months! And that is a really strong testament to your leadership. So I applaud you and give yourself a round of applause.
So my takeaway from Jenny's presentation was, because I'm all about compensation. So the $54 billion market, right? Think about how many people can sell the beauty device system. $54 billion market just on the beauty device system. How many people will benefit from sharing and building and leading just with that category alone? I think the potential is huge and limitless in terms of how we can expand our reach in terms of people who would really, really love these products. Fantastic.
Okay, so we've filled up the fuel tank, Chris. What are you and Avita going to share with us next?
All right. Well, are you guys all excited about the product fuel that Jenny's just shared with you? Who's excited?
Yeah!
I know I am, and it's going to be fantastic, and I hope you're looking forward to breakfast tomorrow and breakfast on Thursday where you get to sample those 2 products. Let's talk for a minute now about our business model, which we've talked about as the engine for the opportunity platform. Now, our vision is to become the world's leading business opportunity platform. And this really requires us to have the perfect blend of customized earnings potential, of compelling and demonstrable products, and finally, a powerful and engaging experience. And what do we mean when we say that the business model is the engine? What we really mean is that it provides the right earnings opportunity based on the goals and the dreams of every person that comes into our business. And it becomes the motivator for them to attract customers, to sell products, to build a sales team, and then eventually to lead teams of builders. Now, this vision of constantly innovating around our opportunity platform is really a journey. And in 2019, specifically, we've already talked about the importance of doubling in these three areas as we move toward the Drive to 5 goal. But imagine for a moment, think about the powerful impact on each of your teams when you double the number of beauty device customers, when you double the number of commission earners, and when you double the number of great leaders or leaders who are achieving 8 building blocks on a monthly basis. How does that impact your business? Now, one of the key characteristics of gigs is flexibility to work how and when you want. So when we say that NuSkin is much more than a gig, as Ryan referenced yesterday, what do we mean by that? Well, for example, there's no need for large startup or franchise fees with NuSkin. There's no need for assets like cars or houses in order to get started. And there's much easier scalability of the business as you build a team. And finally, we have amazing product fuel, and we have an outstanding opportunity engine. So all of those things are critical, but what the gig economy is missing all too often is the quality of life that leads to fulfillment. For example, think about building lasting relationships. Think about finding purpose in the work that you do. Think about improving your own life, but then not stopping there, but extending your reach to improve the lives of many, many more as you build your business. Now today, I want to share with you 5 principles detailing how velocity is the fulfilling and flexible engine for the opportunity platform. So let's go through these. Principle number 1, velocity was designed to provide opportunity for all. Ryan talked about this yesterday as a simple way of thinking about the opportunity platform. The opportunity platform is simply providing opportunity for all and expanding the appeal of our business to millions of potential customers and entrepreneurs, business builders, is so important to fulfilling our mission of empowering people to improve lives. Now, there's a natural process for how somebody comes and begins to learn about our business model. First, many will come and share products they love with their friends. Now, after sharing those products, how many are interested in or have the ability to move on to build a sales team? How many of those are interested in or have the ability to move on to lead teams of builders? There are so many who are looking for additional earnings opportunity and life-improving products. Consider for a moment, in the 48 markets in which we've launched Velocity, the total population of those markets is a little more than 2.2 billion people. If you think for a moment that the adult population comprises about 3/4 of that, then we have about 1.7 billion people who are the marketplace for potential consumers, sharers, and builders. Now, for those who are looking to lead a team of builders, we have a compelling and we have a powerful home for each of them, as you know. For those who are looking to lead, to build sales teams and strong consumer groups, we have a home for them as well. And for those who are not looking to build a sales team or to lead teams of builders, we want them too. We want all types of entrepreneurs. This is what we mean by opportunity for all. Now, let me be clear. We are, and we will continue to be a leadership company. Leadership is really all about the number of lives that we touch. And Velocity is designed specifically to increase the reach of your teams in touching as many lives as possible. And the great thing is that along the way, as builders and leaders expand their consumer groups and their sharers, their earnings potential increase as well. So that's principle number one, providing opportunity for all. Principle number two, the way we offer opportunity for all is by providing the world's leading, flexible, fast, and fulfilling business model. Now, flexibility, this combination of flexibility, of speed, and of fulfillment is really a powerful competitive advantage. When you think about the combination of our award-winning products with the world's leading flexible, fast, and fulfilling business model, we really empower the ability to meet people where they are. And we all know that people want different levels because they have different goals and they have different dreams. Now, but what do we mean by flexible, fast, and fulfilling? Flexibility is working how, when, and where you want. And as you know, NuSkin provides an opportunity for those who want just a little bit of extra, and for those who want more of a part-time to a full-time income. We have a tremendous home at every level of opportunity. Fast is all about daily, weekly, and monthly earnings potential. But it's also about increased reward for earlier, more consistent, more frequent sales throughout the month. And finally, fulfillment is about velocity providing a clear path to leadership by reinforcing those activities and motivating those activities that will lead to the best sustainability and progression for new brand representatives. It's also about motivating, improving more lives, and really being able, by tailoring the earnings opportunity to every individual who joins with NuSkin. So let me just emphasize, only NuSkin provides the world's leading, flexible, fast, and fulfilling business model. So how does Velocity do this? How does Velocity provide flexibility, speed, and fulfillment? Well, first of all, as you know, by sharing products and acquiring customers, the sharing bonus pays on a daily basis. Now, interestingly enough, when we look globally at the top 10 most consistent sharers since the launch of Velocity, they have earned a sharing bonus 85 to 95% of all the days since the launch of Velocity. That's pretty tremendous. Pretty life-changing. Now, next, as an early business builder builds their customer group and builds their potential business builders, they earn rewards on a weekly basis. As we look again at the data since the launch of Velocity, the most consistent builders in all of our markets that have launched Velocity so far have earned a building bonus every single week. And in fact, we can look far beyond the top 10. We can look at the top 100 and it's still the same. Every single week, taking advantage of the building bonus and earning that reward. Again, life improving. And then of course, finally, when you develop a team of builders who are growing their customer groups, you earn rewards on a monthly basis. This is how Velocity provides flexibility, speed, and fulfillment. So let's talk about principle number 3. Sharing products on a daily basis and acquiring customers is essential to a brand affiliate's ability to progress. Now, as I meet with leaders around the world, one of the questions that I get asked very frequently is, why is share such a strong focus in Velocity? Have we somehow changed our DNA to be something other than a leadership company? The answer to that is absolutely not. We are and will continue to be a leadership company. There are really 3 critical reasons why sharing is so important in velocity. Number 1, sharing expands the potential pool of consumers and business builders for the new brand affiliate who's coming in. Second, sharing provides a strong motivation to share products and acquire customers. And this is one of the most predictive indicators of how a new brand representative is going to be able to sustain and progress. And then third, of course, just like with, sharing speeds up the earnings potential. Sharing products and acquiring customers is still the fastest way to earn money with velocity. Why? Because again, velocity pays sharing bonuses on a daily basis. So when we talk about opportunity for all, let's keep in mind that about 70% of the world's population lives on less than $10 a day. According to the World Bank, nearly 50% of the world's population lives on less than $5.50 per day. Imagine the impact of just a few dollars a day that come from the sharing bonus in terms of improving lives. What good can come from or be done with just a few dollars a day of sharing bonus? Now, consider the following question. What was your most important payment that you ever received from NuSkin? Think back to when you first started the business. What we hear from you time and time again is that the most important payment generally that you have received from NuSkin was your very first one. Why? Because it showed that the NuSkin business opportunity delivers. This is the power of sharing. And remember that sharing can mean just a little extra for individuals and for families that can be life-changing. Since the launch of Velocity, we have increased the number of commission earners by 54%. And I hope that each one of you is proud of that accomplishment. Now, providing opportunity for all starts with meeting people at their goal level. And when we do this, that allows us to fulfill our mission of empowering people with rewarding business opportunities. And this is something that Blake summarized well, and he's mentioned this several times over the years, that we succeed only when we help others succeed. So that's principle number 3, sharing. Principle number 4, building a group of consumers and potential business builders is vital to becoming, duplicating, and multiplying strong leadership. So another question that I frequently get as I talk with leaders around the world is, why is building designed in blocks rather than just total group sales? Well, there are really 3 critical reasons why building is so important in Velocity and why it's designed the way that it is. First of all, building blocks break down larger monthly sales targets into smaller steps, into smaller goals. And by doing so, it makes the total sales goal more achievable, particularly for new business builders. Second, like sharing, building speeds up the earnings potential. And you can advance weekly, and you can earn weekly by completing blocks throughout the month. And then finally, strong builders who are great leaders, meaning, again, completing 8 blocks in a month, are significantly more likely to go on to become and then to develop leadership teams. That's why building is so important. Now, in addition to breaking those larger group sales targets into smaller steps and paying on completed blocks every week, new business builders can now qualify to become a brand representative as quickly as they want. And in fact, now the majority of qualifiers complete in the middle of the month. Why is that important? Because now they can take advantage of the building bonus for the remainder of the month as a new brand representative. In addition, every additional block that's completed pays a higher amount than the previous block that was completed. And in fact, at 8 blocks, we pay 4 times more than at the 4-block level for just this very purpose. To ensure that there is always an incentive to reach for that next block of sales. Okay, so that's principle 4. Principle 5, our competitive advantage is leadership. So if our competitive advantage is leadership, why then is share and build so important? Well, it's important because the sharing and building rewards provide the right motivation to best sustain and progress as a new business builder. So share and build, as a result, empower leadership. How do they do this? Well, first, share creates a strong reward for developing a strong customer base, which we know is so helpful in sustaining and progressing as a new brand representative. Build also rewards continuing to develop a strong customer base and group of potential business builders, which also helps early leaders to progress farther and to retain longer. And so the two of these things, ultimately, the share and the build aspects of velocity, are so important because they provide that strong path to leadership for early business builders to become and to develop leadership teams. Now, leadership teams are a more sustainable way to build leadership and earnings potential. Right now, you all know that we're in a transition period, and we're still in an opt-in period for this feature of the plan. And so we anticipate that it'll probably be another year or so before we see the full benefits from the leadership team aspect of the plan. We are seeing the share and build have the intended effect. As you can see here, if we look at new brand representatives and take the sum of their sales volume from their first 6 months, you can see that that has increased by 32% since the launch of Velocity. That's an amazing accomplishment. So let's review these principles really quickly. Principle number one, velocity provides what? Opportunity for all. Number 2, the way we provide opportunity for all is to provide the world's leading flexible, fast, and fulfilling business model. Principle number 3, share. Sharing and acquiring customers is fundamental to brand affiliate progression. Number 4, build. Building is so important to becoming, duplicating, and multiplying strong leadership. And 5, our competitive advantage is leadership. And share and build empower leadership. Now, you all know that 2018 was the year of launching Velocity. 2019 is the year to take this strong framework and continue to optimize to ensure that we always have the world's leading business model. Now, while Velocity is designed to be flexible, what we want to talk a little bit more about today and illustrate today is the path to achieve the full benefits of the Velocity business model. And this optimal path through the Velocity plan can be simplified as follows. 2 plus 4 plus 6 customers for a total of 12 during qualification. Become a great leader, achieving 8 building blocks per month, all on the way to becoming duplicating and multiplying strong leaders or leadership teams. Now, to give more details on this 2468 is great and BDM, please help me welcome Avita Singh-Sun back up to the stage, our Vice President of Sales and Leadership Development. Thanks, Avita.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Just loosen up, shrug your shoulders a little bit. I think you've been sitting long enough. So we're going to talk about optimizing velocity. But what does it really mean? Because Chris said 2018 was the year that we launched velocity, right? Don't you think that the best metaphor for optimization means take off, right? 2019 is the year that we will optimize velocity. So when we look at the message of opportunity for all, and I think Ryan mentioned this earlier, when I started in NuSkin 22 years ago, I was an account manager. And I feel in my heart truly I am still an account manager. Because the best lessons I learned from NuSkin are from your stories. From stories that I hear when I sit at the back of the room and I still sit in a business opportunity meeting. And I hear your stories, how you started NuSkin and why you did NuSkin. Why you would decide to do this, face all of the no's that you know you will face even from your families and friends. And then as I moved and like my first decade is done, now I'm on my 22nd year, it's the stories of the people whose lives you've transformed, right? It's now those stories because you started, you went through it, you led by example, and then now there are stories of other people coming into NuSkin. And I think for me that is what opportunity for all means. We're not eliminating anybody who's willing to work hard, anybody who's willing to spend 3 or 4 more hours going into a BOM after their full-time job, that is opportunity for all, right? And it reminds me of a story because in one of our markets, I won't mention her name so she won't be embarrassed, is when before she met NuSkin, she and her husband, they were newly married and they were living in a garage. The garage of their family's home. And the garage had no insulation. They had no windows. They're newly married. And her husband was working a full-time job. And this lady was telling the story, and she was teary-eyed, and she said that they had so little that she and her husband would debate whether they would buy this $1 item or this $3 item before she found NuSkin. And she found NuSkin because she loved the polishing bar, right? She loved the polishing bar, and she started sharing how she loved the polishing bar to the other wives in her community. And now she's a blue diamond. She went on a success trip last week. I saw her. She did a Facebook Live, and she was telling the story again to people on her social media post. To me, that is the power of velocity, and that is the power of opportunity for all. So let's talk about what are we trying to achieve here. So we shared some of these numbers, 24% increase of new people coming in, joining NuSkin, whether to share the products or just to make a little bit of money, right? Maybe they're really setting out to say, yeah, I can do that. I can do what Lan Chao did. I think I can be like him, right? Why? One of the stories is why we will allow ourselves to dream the extraordinary, the impossible. Why not, right? And it starts from here. It starts from people coming in because they think they can sell the products, right? And this was one of our goals when we first launched Velocity. We just wanted to expand the pipeline of people coming in and saying, I can share. And I think I would like to see the money in my bank account the next day, right? They're just looking for something to bridge that and provide that extra income for them. So in markets that launch Velocity, and Chris mentioned this earlier, when we look at the top 10 share earners, they earned 85% to 95% of the total days since they launched Velocity. Can you imagine earning every single day because you were selling the product, and they earned close to about, on average, $20 to $25 a day just for sharing the product. And when you remember the number that we say, about half of the world's population live on less than $5.50 a day, $20 extra income can mean a lot for some of these families, right? And that is just the power of sharing the products. We're not talking about building an organization, just the ability to talk to somebody about your favorite product, about Lumi Spa, about LifePack, right? And so this is why, really, this feature is the most favorite feature of our app. The ability to click that and say, pay me now, and it goes into their bank account. Some people we know, they just try to see if it will really go to their bank account, and it does. We deliver when we say daily pay, and we pay daily pay, or at least they earn it daily, right? They leave it there, sometimes they don't want to touch it. But our sharers have the ability to see that reward the following day or two when they sell the products. So the question we ask, and we use a lot of F1 metaphor. We're in Monaco, racing is going to happen soon. We talked about the fuel and the engine and the car being NuSkin. But the most important part about racing is also the driver, right? And the drivers are all of you. You are the Raikkonens and the Vettels and the Hamiltons of this world, of NuSkin, right? Without the drivers driving this powerful car with really, really amazing engine and fuel, it's not gonna move. It's stuck, right? You are the drivers. And how do our business builders help? How do you help them succeed? We know that the foundation of starting a business is by developing customers, right? And why 12? You see there the number 12 customers. Why 12? Of course you can do more. Many of you do more. But because the power of 12, and Chris has alluded to this, is we want to talk about 2 customers and growing your 2 customers plus 2 customers plus 2 customers is why it's 2, 4, 6. And why 2, 4, 6 during qualifications? Specifically, we're talking about qualifying as a new brand rep under Velocity. Why 2, 4, 6 and why 12 customers or more? So when a new brand rep has 12 customers as a new brand rep, which you know that they develop those during qualification because they already have it as new brand representatives, they are nearly 3 times more likely to become an executive brand partner or Ruby partner compared to a new brand rep that has less than 4 customers. 3 times more likely to become a new Ruby partner or executive brand partner. That's what we want, right? The next milestone after brand rep is Ruby or executive brand partner. So the ability to complete qualification in 3 months means that they are also demonstrating their ability to achieve the very important 4-block milestone. If they complete the 12 blocks within 3 months, it means that they were able to do at least 4 blocks in one of those months, right? So why 2, 4, 6? So while we offer the flexibility, we know that during qualification we say 6 months, 12 blocks with 4 sharing blocks. We want to make sure that they are creating a strong foundation for their business during qualification. And they do this by ensuring that they are growing their blocks during qualification in increments of 2, that they're growing their customers during qualification to get to 12 customers. So that is why it's so important. And the link from 246 to great, or 246 to 8 is great, is because when somebody completes their qualification in 3 months, they are 3 times more likely to become a great sales leader on their first 3 months. Do you see that connection? So if they complete their qualification in 3 months, they are 3 times more likely to achieve 8 blocks within their first 3 months as new brand reps, because they are demonstrating that they can grow their customers, that they can grow their blocks during qualification. So there's no stopping them from doing it as new brand reps, right? 3 times more likely to become a great leader or a great sales leader within the first 3 months. Next, why great? What is so great about 8, right? What is so great about 8 blocks? Because an 8-block brand rep or a great sales leader has more than double the customers and more than 3 times the number of LOIs compared to somebody who's just doing 4 blocks. They are just that much stronger and healthier. So they have 2 times more customers and 3 times more LOIs if they are doing 8 blocks. So what is so great about 8? And you know what? Before the end of, in the next 10 minutes, you will keep hearing about 8 is great. And the power, as Chris mentioned about blocks, is really this partnership between creating, completing blocks with our wonderful products. And we are working very closely with the product team to make sure that our systems, our packages are designed so that it's easy for a new sales leader to complete a block. Whether that's a 100-point product, a 200-point product, or 150. So it's not so hard to say, how can I complete 1 block? I cannot do the math, right? So we're trying to make that as easy as possible for new sales leaders to build their business. That's one less thing that I hope they have to worry about. Next is, so in the markets that we've launched Velocity, we've already seen a growth in the number of great sales leaders, or the number of sales leaders who are doing 8 blocks. And that grew just in Velocity markets for 2018 about 18%. So we're really seeing people embracing this 8-block strategy or 8-block messaging, and why great sales leaders are performing just so much better. And great sales leaders, we mentioned this earlier, their earnings potential is 3 to 4 times higher than those that are doing 4 blocks. Because if you're doing 4 blocks and you go 8 blocks, that's double the volume, right? That's double the blocks that you need to do. But they actually earn 3 to 4 times higher if they just do 8 blocks. Not just, I'm saying 8 blocks is also not easy, but it's very, very doable. Do you know that if a brand rep does 2 blocks every week, you would think that at the end of the month they will do 8 blocks, right? Because they're breaking it. But 80% of our brand reps that are doing 2 blocks a week go on to do more than 12 blocks in a month. Because there's no stopping them. They are in a momentum of selling the products. And they earn 3 to 4 times more commissions than their 4-block brand rep counterparts. So, well, why is that so important? Again, because what we're looking for, especially for somebody who's a business builder, is the potential for them to become leaders, right? Ultimately, all great sales leaders, we want them to become leadership teams. We want them to become team elites. And great sales leaders are 6 times more likely to advance within 3 months. Can you imagine that? If you hit 8 blocks, within 3 months, they are 6 times more likely to advance to the next level or to the next title. So that is the profile of a great sales leaders that we have tracked and we have been following since we launched Velocity last year. Okay, just skip. Okay, so next. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with BDM, right? Because multiply. So why great sales leaders and why BDM? Because great sales leaders are 15 times more likely to become a new 10,000 point leadership team within 3 months. That's what we want, right? We want great sales leaders to become leadership teams. Yes? So as Ryan and Chris spoke about our goal to become the world's leading business opportunity platform and offering an opportunity for all, ultimately, there are those people who will see themselves building this business because they see that they have a good group of potential builders in their organizations. And they feel that they can continue this work of helping other people who started just like them, right? That they can offer this opportunity for others. And ultimately, as we expand the funnel for everyone, to anyone, anywhere, anytime, we want to grow leadership teams. That's why it starts with 2, 4, 6, great, and then become a strong leader, duplicate strong leaders, and multiply strong leaders. So that is the power of becoming, duplicating, and multiplying. This is not a new concept because we have been using this concept for years now. It is really about becoming a leader themselves. Then they have the ability to duplicate leaders themselves by leading by example and ultimately multiplying leadership teams in their organizations. So that is really the power and the full spectrum of the business opportunity. So going back to the question earlier, why are we so much better than a gig, right? Because we have something more to offer for everyone. I'm sorry to use this, but an Uber driver will not earn from other Uber drivers they bring in to drive cars, right? Right?
Yes.
And we have an opportunity that we can offer to anyone as long as they are willing to work hard. And Blake will always say this, many of you always say this is a work program. This is not easy. That's why some of us are not doing this and just you are able to do this. Otherwise, everybody will do it and everybody will, become team lead. It's not easy. You are and you have all of the qualities that will make you successful in this business. So I started with a story, and I'm from Southeast Asia. I actually started from the Philippines. So when we talk about leadership, there's a story that resonates to me. Because yesterday I was in a meeting with a few leaders, and somebody told me reasons before actions, right? Reasons before actions. And he said that one of the trainings that he went through, given by our NuSkin team, is that they were asked by their upline to write 100 reasons why they are doing NuSkin. 100 reasons within 1 hour, right? Why you're doing NuSkin. And then think for a minute if they say, okay, if you stop doing NuSkin, are you giving up on those 100 reasons why? Are you giving up on the reasons why you're doing the business, right? So this story of this fresh grad that I heard, again, stories, I end with the story. There was this fresh grad, university level, he graduated. When he walked on stage to receive his Blue Diamond recognition, he said that he grew up not having his parents around, right? He coming from the Philippines, that is a very, very common thing. Many families in the Philippines grow up not having parents. Why? Because they have to go overseas to become nurses or caregivers or seafarers or engineers because they just pay better overseas. Even if they do the same job in the Philippines, it will pay them maybe $500 a month, $1,000 a month. Some teachers will go overseas to tutor because they will earn much more than that. And he said that he's doing NuSkin, and his parents were there when he was recognized. And he said that he was doing this because he didn't want to have to make that choice when he himself has a family already. So putting ourselves on the eyes of the parents, and we're thinking, wow, I wish they thought about NuSkin when it was their turn to make a choice about going away and leaving their children behind. If they had NuSkin, maybe, just maybe, they didn't have to go away, right? So I feel so passionate about opportunity for all, because you are the stewards of this opportunity. You are the drivers. The car will not move without you. So I know it's a lot of responsibility that we're putting on your shoulders, but this is real. There are so many people out there looking for opportunity. So 29 is not perfect. Velocity is not perfect. It's the year that we will make it better, that we will listen to you and get your feedback how we will make Velocity better, and how we will make this the plan, the opportunity business model that we can share to people who are looking just to bridge the gap in their income, right? So, in closing, 2, 4, 6 customers during qualification, becoming great sales leaders, becoming leadership teams, duplicating leadership teams, and multiplying strong leadership teams. That's how we will optimize Velocity. So are you with us?
Yes.
Help us make Velocity work? Thank you. So we will make sure you can track your great sales leaders when we put together our leaderboards, when we put together our badges for great sales leaders on VNG. We will make sure you can track your beauty device systems in your group and how many you're sharing. So are you in?